And we are back on Rabid Noise. That was Sacrifice from Matt Sky Raid. And we have Alex on the phone. What's going on?
Oh, man, cooking chicken karage, udon noodles at home and talking to you.
Awesome. Well, you have a lot to celebrate, not just karage, but, of course, the new single Sacrifice, which we just played. Killer track, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man. Long time in the making, and just the first of, I guess, the bigger picture that's going to come soon,
So this is the first single from the upcoming full-length album, right?
Yeah, that's correct, yep.
Have we got a release date for that?
Yeah, so we're going to be looking so at this stage it's going to be July. In May we're going to release another track, and then in July we'll be releasing the final single with the whole album, and then be doing a lot of shows. We're going to be doing shows in June as well at this stage. We're just in the middle of planning, but it's just a matter of finding, pulling all the strings and getting everything to sort of line up, I guess.
It's all systems go, man.
Yeah. No, it's been good. Like, when we did the first EP, like, we were really proud of that at the time, and and now, like, we all find it really hard to go back and listen to that, and we're very stoked with it, but this time we wanted to do things a bit different, have things a bit more, I guess, have like an edgier sound, but still have a bit of a pop sensibility to the song. So still have, sort of like a structure, but then still have those heavy moments, or have, light and shades. It might be a light moment, a heavy moment. And just sort of, we wanted to take a step forward from what we did in the past. And I feel like we've done that. I feel, I'm pretty happy with it. And I feel like, Sacrifices, it's just the first little taste of what's to come.
You mentioned about that first EP. I've been listening to that, and, man, I still think it holds up. Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely cool. I think for everyone in the band, I think, like I said, we're all really happy with it. But the whole band had only been together for about 3 months at the time that we kind of tracked that, really. And the way we went about it was, like Adam, the singer, myself, we had a few ideas, and then we met the other guys. And then from there, I think we had about 12 songs. And we met up with a friend and our producer, Matt Bartlam, and he sort of culled quite a few of them. He's like, nah, that's rubbish, or that's cool. And then, very quickly from all 4 members, being Masquerade, we were in the studio tracking, and I think it turned out well. It was a sort of very daunting process, but, it turned out really well. It was where with this album, we had a lot of time to sit on it and really sort of, I guess, find ourselves and find what, elements that each of us wanted to hear within the with each track, So I feel like it's more of a whole picture, as opposed to the first EP. For me, feels very fragmented, and still, like I said, still very cool. But this album feels like one, like a whole, if that makes sense.
I'm so keen to hear it, man. But, listening to that EP, for what it was, man, like, I guess because you're in the band, you could pick it apart and everything like that. But from a listener's perspective, and even the singles that followed, like, it's a solid body of work so far. And the fact that,
Thanks, man.
It's for that short amount of time. But I guess bands, I've had this conversation with a few people of late that, bands have got to get those songs out to begin with for them to evolve. So, I guess you can definitely hear in there how far you guys have come, even in that short amount of time. I mean, was it 2013? Yeah, here I'm saying short amount of time, but time flies. 2017. That was Courage Under Fire, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
that's the name. Yeah, But you know, even like the production and like the songwriting on Sacrifice, it sounds bigger. It's followed, like, even the vocal melodies, everything. It's just, you guys are just, as I said, firing all cylinders, man. It's sounding amazing.
Yeah, thanks. Look, like, I mean, I think, like I said, like, you know, the whole band, like, the whole album, every song. So we would have had like maybe 20 songs, and we've cut it down to 10. And working with Matt Bartlam has been priceless. Like, he's like a member of the band, you know. And when we show him the stuff, what's really good, you know, when working with Matt, is he'll listen to something and be like, okay, this is great. We don't need to touch this. And, you know, this song here is like, that's awesome. Let's just now work on, you know, getting the production sounding absolutely killer. As well, other songs, he might be like, this is all cool, and this section here is really irrelevant. Come back to me when you have something better. And so we'll walk away and track so many ideas and sit there and pull our hair out. And, you know, every word's got to sound cool. Every guitar part's got to sound cool. And we need to try and, we do our best to justify it on the pre-production before we even take the Matt, because, you know, we want to sell it to him. We want to be like, hey, check out what we've tracked and what we've recorded, and you know, do you want to work on this? So whenever he's really pumped about something, it gets us pumped, and, you know, we sort of get a bit of a roll on with writing ideas and start to, I guess, write faster and get more, like, better ideas a lot quicker.
It was mixed, am I right, by J.R. McNeely?
No, so that's actually wrong. That's so Matt. So the first EP was mixed by Forrester Saville. So he did stuff he did Carnival, and, you know, he's done a lot of stuff. And then Broken Wires was the only track on Courage Under Fire that was mixed by JR.
Okay.
And then this whole album, so basically we tracked all the pre-pro at home, got everything together, had like all the arrangements, any programming we do. We then took it into Matt. Matt may, like, he you know, sometimes he'd add like a little bit of programming, or he'd even strip ideas back. He's like, look, I just don't think this needs this. So then we track it, and then Matt mixed and mastered. So he produced, mixed, and mastered the entire album.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
so
cool.
He's a valuable dude.
So, of course, has the album got a title yet?
Just self-titled, Matt Sky Raid. We had some ideas. We thought, like, this is this is kind of the first, I guess, full-length thing we've released. So we just, no one could really decide. So we're just like, well, let's just call it Matt Sky Raid. And yeah, so that's what it is.
It must be hard, like, for a lot of bands coming up with album titles that they could all agree on. So many bands that I know, they could never agree, and then it ends up with a flip of a coin or fisticuffs.
Yeah, oh man, it's yeah, you know what it's like. I mean, you play in bands yourself, you know, so, you know, you've got, you know, 4 creative dudes all trying to think of, you know, all with their ideas. But look, I think we were going to call it the Science of Fiction. I don't even know why we're not, actually. I think that's, it's just got left at that. It's like, that's it, self-titled.
I like that, though. I do like self-titled. Like, it's kind of, for me, when a band, even a couple of albums into their careers, when they release self-titled albums, it kind of, for me, sort of signifies sort of like a new beginning in a way, and it's who we are. This is what I want this album to represent, you know.
Reese actually had Reese's input for the name of the album. He wanted to call it Greatest Hits. So, and, you know, we all laugh, and at one point we're like, seriously, yeah, let's call it Greatest Hits. That's awesome, because it is, you know, but yeah, you know, self-titled.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And of course, you mentioned before you're planning a tour, which is pretty damn exciting, man. So, have you got an idea when we're going to see you in Queensland? Yeah, so I think, like I said, in June, at this stage, we're just, you know, pulling everything together. It's definitely going to be in June, and we know that we're going to be heading down
into New South Wales, and we'll be going to Sydney and Melbourne, and we will be doing Gold Coast and Brisbane, and I don't know, we're just waiting to hear back. And so there could be more shows, but in June, that's just going to be the first run of shows. We're going to save the best for last, I guess.
Awesome.
with the release of everything. And I think a lot of it comes to, Australia's a big place. So if you want to drive somewhere, it doesn't just take half a day. It takes a day or two or even 3 days. So a lot of it comes down to just, where we can get to on a plane in a sort of a relatively, quick period of time and get back.
Man, that's exciting, dude. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again.
Yeah, thanks, Nev.
Of course, you're going to have to keep in touch with us closer to bring us some more of them tracks, the tasty tracks.
Yeah, for sure. And look, thanks for having us again. We're stoked just to get plays. Obviously, we're just a bunch of guys from the Gold Coast trying to get the music out there so more people listen. It's been great releasing Sacrifice. Plus, we've had people from all over the place, writing to us from the UK, America. So it's good to see that, other people are enjoying it. And I think that's the best part. First and foremost, we wanted to just write something that we were happy with and, hoping that people would also tap into that. And we're just going to continue, I guess, to push it out there and sort of get back playing shows and release more tracks and more content very soon.
Awesome, man. Well, we're going to go to one of your other singles, Enemy, which I really, really like. Because I believe it was the last time I had you on the show, which is when you released Enemy. And we had you in the studio and we were talking about it. So,
yeah, when was it? That was like a couple of years, 2015, wasn't it?
It was a long time ago, brother.
Yeah,
too long. So I'm glad we could have you back, and we're going to have you back again soon. And, man, we're going to go to that track now, and we'll catch up with you soon, brother.
Yeah, champion. Thanks, Nev. Thanks for having us.